Well, first of all, we uncovered the overarching themes, and there are two of them. So the first one was that it's definitely that ramp from grade 1 to 2. We definitely have commonalities. And in grade 2, one of the shifts has to do with representing and solving situational problems. So students are using all three types, with addition, subtraction, and within 100. So it's taking those addition, subtraction facts and putting them into all three categories of the story problems in terms of the complexity. And then we also noticed that the relationship between those problems is important. So we were talking about, or we read about, relating your problems and your addition, subtraction, I guess, problem-solving situations by using diagrams, taking diagrams and putting them into equations. So they're related. And each equation, addition and subtraction, has 7 related equations. And that's something that we learned a great deal about several years ago. We talked about flexible thinking. And it's really incredible when you make a chart and you show, that 2 plus 3 equals 5, and you show it 6 other ways. That's terrific. And for that student that may not be able to access a particular strategy, they have, 7 of them to work from. Fluency, this was really helpful. This was kind of our aha moment. Fluency, the students have to work with single digits within 20. So that's, automaticity. By the end of 2nd grade, they will have hopefully mastered their math facts up to 20. But we also got a different kind of take on the word fluency. So in our reading, we realized that it was using patterns and strategies and knowing. It's not just memorization. So students need to be able to, use a mixture of those problem-solving situations. So, sometimes we'll say to a student, well, 2 plus 3, and they say 5. Well, how do you know? So you have to be able to have that that fluidity. So how did you get your answer? What did you use? If the problem is, here's the sum. The sum is 10, and I've got a 5. What did you use? What was your strategy? Oh, I know my doubles facts. So it's a combination of those things, and that it differs for each student. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have automaticity just by memorizing and rote skills. It's a combination of all those things that you've learned previously in 1st and kindergarten as well. So the next one was using pattern, strategy, and decomposition to solve problems within 100. And again, that's in terms of groups of numbers. We teach our students to look for, make 10 when you can. Look for relationships in terms of doubles. Look for friendly numbers in terms of adding mental math inside of your, inside without paper and pencil. Practicing reasoning with relationships. That's another shift from grade 1 and kindergarten. It's we're noticing that we're going from more of a more concrete situation from the top down as we progress, and we're much more in that abstract with reasoning and the relationships. Extending and applying addition and subtraction to length situations. That's also part of this standard. And it's basically, this is the precursor to 3rd grade in terms of we're helping students transition from the whole number to fractions and bar graphs representing. So again, it's using that flexibility, your reasoning, relationships, and how that transfers into other domains, if you will. And the second shift, in addition to the representing and solving situational problems, we also have representing and solving 2-step situational problems using all 3 types, all 3 examples. And this was kind of another aha moment. It said within our reading that most work should involve single-digit add-ins, which was something that I don't know that we do that enough. So oftentimes when we get into our story problems in grade 2, we don't introduce story problems until maybe mid-year, right before a winter break or so. So this was reinforcing the fact that we really need to bring in those, the math facts, the fluency, single-digit math facts, and utilize those as we move through the year in terms of our story problems. Let's reinforce what they already know and what they're practicing to get them to that mastery by the end of second grade. So I think, basically the overarching theme is that grade 2, we're reinforcing, the skill set and the exposure that students have had in grade 1. And definitely this year, the first graders coming into second grade, we noticed a definite shift. They have a much better sense of numbers and how to apply those numbers in a fluent manner, and they're able to reason more so than in the past. So way to go, first grade and kindergarten. So I think, did I cover everything, Jen? So that's pretty much it.